Everybody, and welcome to this game. I know recently I've been playing a lot of fast-paced games, and I just recorded a game that made me rage a lot. So I thought I would play something that's more of a slow-paced story type game.
Dear Esther, the gulls do not land here. I've noticed that this year they seem to shun the place. Maybe it's the depletion of the fishing stock driving them away. Perhaps it's me. When he first landed here, Donnelly wrote that the herds were sickly, and their shepherds the lowest of the miserable classes that populate these Hebridean islands. 300 years later, even they have departed.
I decided, since I've been having audio issues recently, that I would pause in between, mute myself in between whenever there's dialogue, so you all can probably hear it better. So yeah, if you didn't know, this is a walking simulator type game. I've been told the first part of this game is a little boring, and it gets better if you play through the entire thing, which I'm hoping this video is going to be the entire game. It is, from what I've seen so far and from the screenshots, it is a really beautiful game. And you can tell that a lot of work's been put into this game. Especially because this is the remastered special edition. Because if it wasn't good, there wouldn't be a remaster of it. Well, then again, there's several games that have remasters that are terrible, like the game.
Donnelly reported the legend of the hermit, a holy man who sought solitude in its most pure form. Allegedly, he rode here from the mainland in a boat without a bottom, so all the creatures of the sea could rise at night to converse with him. How disappointed he must have been with their chatter. Perhaps now, when all that haunts the ocean is the rubbish dumped from the tankers, he'd find more peace. They say he threw his arms wide in a valley on the south side, and the cliff opened up to provide him shelter. They say he died of fever 116 years later. The shepherds left gifts for him at the mouth of the cave, but Donnelly records they never claimed to have seen him. I have visited the cave, and I have left my gifts, but like them, I appear to be an unworthy subject of his solitude.
So if you didn't just see, I just fell down the thing. So I wonder if I'm not supposed to go around that way, because I can't jump, so maybe I'm supposed to walk along the shoreline. The water effects are actually beautiful. So this game is a walking simulator, so it's not it's interesting, but it's not a action-packed adventure like some other games I've played. So if
those islands in the distance, I'm sure, are nothing more than relics of another time, sleeping giants, somnambulist gods laid down for a final dreaming. I wash the sand from my lips and grip my wrist ever more tightly. My shaking arms will not support my fading diaries.
it's basically sort of a little interactive film. So someone drew this. Okay, it's probably a map. I guess if I just keep walking, I'll eventually find where I'm supposed to go. Have y'all ever heard the saying, all people end up somewhere, but not somewhere on purpose?
I have found the ship's manifest, crumpled in the waterlogged on the stack of paint cans. It tells me that along with this present cargo, there was a large quantity of antacid yogurt bound for the European market. It must have washed out to sea. God knows there are no longer gulls or goats here to eat it.
Muting every time there's dialogue is going to be awful, because this game is going to have a ton of dialogue. Did I go the wrong way? Because there's not a clear path to travel.
Muting every time there's dialogue is going to be a ton of dialogue. Did I go the wrong way? Because there's not a clear path to travel. Muting every time there's dialogue is going to be a ton of dialogue. Did I go the wrong way? Because there's not a clear path to travel.
Yeah, I feel like I went the wrong way because there's no way that's the right path. But I did have dialogue, so you'd think it would be. We're just gonna go through this experience. I've just been wanting to experience a calm, peaceful game for a little bit. Because, like, puzzle games that aren't, like general puzzle games that aren't, like, you know, like, people are chasing you type stuff, and walking simulators that are, like, peaceful. Some walking simulators are, like, full of action, like, What Happened, and, let me think of a few. A lot of people said that Call of Cthulhu was a walking simulator, but I don't think it is. Because I guess you walk around and talk to people, but you make choices. So it's like an interact. I guess you could compare. People call anything a walking simulator if they don't like it. But walking simulators in general genre are like, they're interesting. Like, it's not every day that you see like a oh, the lighthouse is this way. Oh, this is a path. I can see that now. I know half the people that they usually watch my content are probably not clicked off this video by now because it's not usually what type of content I make. But I thought I would just be like, have like a calm. Oh, this is where I started, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Is there something I'm missing? I didn't check the lighthouse, did I? There's got to be something in the lighthouse that I'm missing. Because there was nothing really I could interact with in there. Was there? Oh, I was in the lighthouse. Is there not stairs or something? Because there's got to be a way to get up to the lighthouse, right? I like how it auto turns on the... Oh, can I open a door? Is F the interact button? Oh, I never noticed that. This is the inside of the... I don't know if that's for a puzzle, per se, or if it's... There's got to be something I've got to do. Because I was told that the first part of this game is boring, so... I don't know if it's because I'm dumb and I don't know a whole lot of puzzles and stuff like that. Actually, I am going to go get my controller. Okay, I got my controller now. Because the keyboard was really hurting my... Because I've had that there because I recorded like an hour-long video earlier. And it like... Oh, I can zoom! That's just cool! I can zoom in with the... I would have never known that if I didn't use controller. A is to zoom in too. Okay, I guess all of the buttons besides walk are all zoom in. Because there's no interact button, is there? But that's cool how you can zoom in because you can see like objects up close and all that. See, is there anything I can do over here? Because if I can't jump and I can always zoom, then this must not be the right way, right? Because I can't get around this rock, but that looks like somewhere I need to go. Okay. This game was originally for It is PC and PlayStation, if I remember. I don't remember what... It might have been PlayStation 3 or 4. I don't remember, but... No! I hate this. There's gotta be something I'm missing, right? Because they wouldn't just make it so you kept falling down, right? Right, there has to be a purpose of why you fall down here. Oh, can I go up here? Oh, oh, can I go up here? Oh, it leads here anyways, doesn't it? Or is there something up here? I did go up here last time, didn't I? Like, I mean, previously, like, this was the staircase. So either this is back down that way is the right way, or this is just in case you fall. I'm hoping it's just in case you fall, because I don't want to have to, See, my problem with walking simulators is they don't really aim to tell you, oh, you're going the right way, oh, you're going the wrong way. Oh, I see it now. Oh, that was a red notification that just went up. I guess I'm going towards that thing, most likely. I'm glad they put the staircase down here just so I didn't have to go all the way back around.
Reading Donnelly about a week after my sunlight. He landed on the south side of the island, followed the path to the bay and climbed the mount. He did not find the caves, and he did not chart the north side. I think this is why his understanding of the island is flawed, incomplete. He stood on the mount and only wondered momentarily how to descend. But then, he didn't have my reasons.
Okay. So I'm heading towards this thing, I'm assuming. And yes, I did hear them read it to me. You all don't need to know. I was going... They just told you where you're supposed to go. Were you not paying attention?
Someone had died or was dying. So ill they gave up what little hope they could sacrifice. They cut parallel lines into the cliff, exposing the white chalk beneath. You could see them from the mainland or the fishing boats, and know to send aid or impose a cordon of protection, and wait a generation until whatever pestilence stalked the cliff paths died along with its hosts. My lines are just for this, to keep any would-be rescuers at bay. The infection is not simply of the flesh.
I don't know, so, let's look off this cliff right here. That's a nice little stream down there. Okay.
We are not like Lot's wife. We feel no particular need to turn back. There's nothing to be seen if we did. No tired old man parting the cliffs with his arms. No gifts or Bibles laid out on the sand for the taking. No tides turning or the shrieking gulls overhead. The bones of the hermit are no longer laid out for the taking. I have stolen them away to the guts of this island, where the passages all run to black, and where we can light each other's faces by their strange luminescence.
Okay, I am gonna go check the recording real quick. Okay guys, I'm back. The recording looked fine. The reason I keep checking recordings, especially with like games that are like an hour or so, is because if it's not recording properly, then I wasted a whole hour.
I made my own little pilgrimage. My Damascus, a small semi-detached on the outskirts of Wolverhampton. We drank coffee in his kitchen and tried to connect to one another. Although he knew I hadn't come in search of an apology, reason or retribution, he still spiraled in panic, thrown high and lucid by his own dented bonnet. Responsibility had made him old. Like us, he'd already passed beyond any conceivable boundary of life. my arms wide and the cliff opened out before me, making this rough home. I transferred my belongings from the bothy on the mount and tried to live here instead. It was cold at night, and the sea lapped at the entrance at high tide. To climb the peak, I must first venture even deeper into the veins of the island, where the signals are blocked altogether. Only then will I understand them, when I stand on the summit and they flow into me, uncorrupted.
Okay, finally they stopped talking. If it keeps going at this much commentary at this rate throughout the game, then I'm not gonna have to do anything at all. Like, they're gonna y'all gonna get to hear the voice acting. I can't tell if the voice acting is like a real person or if it's actually text to speech. Oh, there's actually birds. Okay. They put a lot of effort into this to make it look so beautiful. I'm losing my voice again, so I think it's for getting upset at a previous game I was playing. So if you're wondering why I keep on saying a previous game instead of telling you all what the game is, then I don't know what order I'm uploading everything and posting everything, because I record a bunch of stuff ahead of time and then upload it and then randomly pick a video to upload, post it whatever day. That's why I have like took so long to post the Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach videos and to post the all the other series I've started, is because I pre-record them.
Even though I'm equally sure it is simply a delusion brought upon by circumstance. I do not, for instance, remember where I found the candles, or why I took it upon myself to light such a strange pathway. Perhaps it is only for those who are bound to follow.
Okay, I can finally talk. So what I was saying is I pre-record a bunch of stuff and then post them as whenever. So I've been trying my best to get a whole month's worth of stuff recorded, so I can have 1 month that I post every single day. So far I have like, I think 20, maybe 25 videos done. So, and that's including this one that you're watching right now. So it's a nice, just, I guess walking simulators like this were made for people who don't like walking in real life. It really depends on where you walk, because for me it's like, if it's too cold then you shouldn't go, if it's too hot then you need water and all that, and usually it's a whole thing. So yeah, because if I went walking somewhere like here, I would like it. Loading. I guess we made it to the next area.
Dear Esther, I have now been stretched between Exeter and Bristol over 21 times. But although I have all the reports and all the witnesses, and have cross-referenced them within a millimetre using my ordnance survey maps, I simply cannot find the location. You'd think there would be marks to serve as some evidence. It's somewhere between the turn-off for Sanford and the welcome break services, but although I can always see it in my rear-view mirror, I have as yet been unable to pull ashore.
So you can see that light flashing down there. Let me zoom in on it. I think that's like a buoy to show where ships to go so they don't crash like this one. Most likely I'm going off path right now just to go see the boat up close, but yeah, it is what it is. By the way, guys, I got this game for free. It's usually, I don't know how much it usually costs, but at the time I'm playing this, it's free on Steam. So if I post this super late and you're like, I checked, it's not free anymore, they usually put it up for free this week, like free to keep. So this will be in my library forever. Yeah, all games can't be perfect. As you can see, that grass sticking out of that. I'm most likely supposed to go that way, I'm assuming. Because that's towards, there's more like peaks up there. Yep, that's a buoy out there. I'll know I'm going the right way if it says something. Like, a lot of people were saying this game is boring. And I think it's because you really have to enjoy the, enjoy how it all looks and all that. So if you can't do that, then you kind of can't.
There must be a hole. How else could new hermits ever work?
Hermits? There's hermits living on this island? Nah. No way. I guess this is not the right way. I'm supposed to go that. Yep, I'm supposed to go that way. Makes sense, but I just wanted to come and check out the boat. Because I guess the more you explore, the more dialogue you get. So. Oh, I wonder if there's some... If I can go in here. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through there. It's pointless.
I had kidney stones and they visited me in the hospital. After the operation, when I was still half submerged in anesthetic, your outline and your speech both blurred. Now my stones have grown into an island and made their escape, and you have been rendered opaque by the car of a drunk.
Okay. I honestly don't know if he's like reading a note or if it's like, because there's no one else here, you know. So I don't know if he's talking to himself, because there's no way he's like you, like talking in like the third person. And so this game is actually really beautiful. Like, oh, there's gonna be a village up on the top of the hill. Okay. Just a nice, calm, relaxing game.
I began my ascent on the windless slope of the western side. The setting sun was an inflamed eye squeezing shut against the light shone in by the doctors. My neck is aching through constantly craning my head up to track the light of the aerial. I must look downwards, follow the path under the island to a new beginning.
I wonder if there's going to be anyone on the island. Because remember, whenever we went down to the boat, he said, what about how the hermits live here? Is he talking about hermit crabs or hermits as in people who don't like being around others? Either way, if there's a hobo who's going to jump out and scare me, or a giant hermit crab that chases me, then okay.
In the early 1700s, by then, shepherding had formalized into a career. The first habitual shepherd was a man called Jakobsen, from a lineage of migratory Scandinavians. He was not considered a man of breeding by the mainlanders. He came here every summer whilst building the bothy, hoping eventually that becoming a man of property would secure him a wife and a lineage. Donnelly records that it did not work. He caught some disease from his malcontented goats and died 2 years after completing it. There was no one to carve white lines into the cliff for him either.
So what I'm assuming is he's like this dude, the protagonist is a native of the island because he knows what they're...
Lamps ran out, I didn't pick up a torch, but used the knife to read by. When I've pulled the last shreds of sense from it, I will throw Donnelly's book from the cliffs and perhaps myself with it. Maybe it will wash back up through the caves and erupt from the spring when the rain comes, making its return to the hermit's cave. Perhaps it will be back on the table when I wake. I think I may have thrown it into the sea several times before.
So if you did not realize the crow, the bird jump scared me whenever I walked out the door. I don't think it was intentional. Like, they didn't... I wonder if I jump off if I'll die. Was this where I was at previously? Or is this a new area? I'm assuming it's a new area since it just loaded in a while ago. So... yeah, that's a new area, alright.
Jacobson's rib cave result of some birth defect, or perhaps a traumatic injury as a child. Brittle and overblown it was, and desperately light. Perhaps it was this that finally did for him, unable to contain the shattering of his heart. In half-light, his skeleton a discarded prop, a false and calcified seabird.
Wow, that was interesting. Not really. I'm just along for the journey. I didn't know I was going to barely be able to talk without being interrupted by him.
They found Jakobsen early spring. Even though he'd been dead nearly 7 months, his body had been frozen right down to the nerves and had not even begun to decompose. His fingernails were raw and bitten to the quick. They found the phosphorescent moss that grows in the caves deep under the nails. Whatever he'd been doing under the island when his strength began to fail is lost. He'd struggled halfway up the cliff again, perhaps in a delirium, perhaps trying to reach the Bothy's fire before curling into a stone and expiring.
So yeah. Nice, peaceful. So earlier today I recorded a video just to realize that the audio wasn't
Climbing down to the caves, I slipped and fell on my leg. I think the femur is broken. It is clearly infected. The skin has turned a bright, tight pink, and the pain is crashing in on waves, winter tides against my shoreline, drowning out the ache of my stones. I struggled back to the Bothy to rest, but it has become clear that there is only one way this is likely to end. The medical supplies I looted from the trawler have suddenly found their purpose. They will keep me lucid for my final ascent.
So guys, I guess I'm going to this big pit in the ground. Oh, that's actually... So this is where they threw this dude into a pit or something stupid like that.
From here on in, his guidance, unreliable as it is gone from me. I understand now that it is between the two of us, and whatever correspondence can be drawn from the wet rocks.
Okay. Oh, so he fell down this pit. I bet that probably hurt. The atmosphere of this game is actually really nice, and the music adds to it. Red rock. I can understand why people thought this game was boring. It's because you just walk around and listen to a story. But, hey, it's nice, calm, and peaceful. There's nothing scary about it. Except for the lore.
There is no other direction, no other exit from this motorway. Speeding past this junction, I saw you waiting at the roadside, a one last drink in your trembled hands.
That's nice, some pure cave water that I'm ruining by walking through. Is this a squid? Is that a green bean that they drew on the wall? How am I gonna get out? Oh, I see it now. Ugh. There's another pathway this way. I was about to say, oh, if there's no other way. Yeah, he did. He said no other way out. Hopefully this is a new area this way. If it's not, then I know to go the other way. I think this is the way I came from. It might not be. Yeah, it is. This is the way I came from. So I need to go the other way whenever I go in here. Okay. This kind of reminded me of the caves in Call of Cthulhu. And and also the caves from several other games. Well, I guess caves are like similar because caves just look like caves. Because I've never seen it like this before, so I know this is like completely 100% not an asset that someone bought. It's like original map players, because this is just too amazing. Like, you can see they put a lot of detail into every single little model that they added. I was scared I was gonna die for a second on die right here, because it was like I didn't know if that was what I was supposed to do or not, and so I just jumped off like poop. But I guess it was a good decision to actually do that, because I feel like if people were more cautious, like, oh, I might die and restart the game, they probably would have been stuck there for a long time. But good thing I just walked straight off and didn't care. The nice thing is we haven't had a dialogue in a while. I know I'm jinxing it, and they're gonna play some boring story that I don't care about some dude that lived on this island or something stupid like that, and it's gonna ruin it. I still don't. I think it is a voice actor reading it, and it's not text to speech, but I don't know for sure. Oh, that's where I was just at, across there. Time flies against him. I heard that song on a TikTok edit earlier today. So, yeah. Oh, I guess we're trying to make it to that tower, I'm assuming, because that's the only thing I would think we're doing here is going to that tower. This is a long journey just to go to, just to get to a tower. I wonder what I'm actually going to do at the tower. Is there going to be someone there that I'm meeting, or... I really do not understand the story behind this, because all these, like, dialogue things don't explain, like, why we're here and all that. I assume we're looking for someone. Or we're stuck on this island, and we're trying to get off of it, or something like that. Oh, this is...
In my final dream, I sat at the base of Jacobson and watched the moon over the Sandford Junction. Goats grazed on the hard shoulder. The world gone to weed and redemption. He showed me his fever scars, and I mine. Between each shoulder, the nascency of flight.
I'm gonna go up, because I assume up is the way out. Down would be further down into the caves. The caves are nice looking. I'd love... Oh, would you imagine swimming in that? That would be amazing. Like, but... Oh, I guess it wouldn't be safe, because if these fell on you, then you would die. Like in, have you ever seen the movie, like, it's either 3.0 or 10.0 earthquake, and there's a cave scene where the cave spike falls on him. Yeah. I don't know if that movie's still on Hulu or not, because I know I don't have Hulu anymore, but yeah. It was an indie movie, but it was actually not actually that bad. Okay.
I will hold the hand you offer to me. Into the dark waters where the small flowers creep for the sun. Headlights are reflected in your retinas, moonlit in the shadow of the crematorium chimney.
This says behind dinosaurs. Okay. Okay. I'm hoping I'm not getting this backwards, like my mute and unmute button, because one time I got it mixed up and then it messed up the whole experience. So hopefully I didn't do that. If I did, then I'm sorry. I really am losing my voice right now. Ooh, I like this blue shade color that's up here. Okay. Anyways, how's everybody doing? My day's been okay. I had to do a thing for photography class. So yeah. Am I gonna go swimming? I assume I'm going down here to go swimming. Oh, this is cool, a little water sequence. I recently played a game that had a water sequence that was like, that was plain out awful, and that was and it was a point and click game, so you know how that was, and it was timed, so you can probably guess how that went if you haven't seen that video. I recently beat that game today, so you should be saying it this week, the week that this video came out. I assume I just messed up. Oh, this game has symbolism in it. See, with a lot of walking simulators, there's symbolism that's shown. Like, I'm underwater right now, but it's a town. Like, not like a town, but it's like a underwater highway. So you know it's not really there, but it's like a symbolizing, and you're using imagery. Like, see, this is what's really down here. See, they're keeping it showing that, like, it's like a dream, so that, because really, if you fell from that high with the water pressure, you would most likely die, because the water pressure is too high, and because you wouldn't see, it's not like Minecraft. Like, you'd think Minecraft, if you jump off high enough and you land in the water, you'll be fine. But actually, to be specific, if you fell from like a really high place into water, you could, if it's too high, you could die, or you could get burns from it. Burns from water, something you would never expect someone to say. Is this the exit to the cave? Please tell me it is. Thank goodness. I assume I'm following the light. I'm following the light. I am gonna check the recording real quick, so. Yep. Bear with me. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it was all looking fine.
So much to debate. Did he paint these stones, or did I? Who left the pots in the hut by the jetty? Who formed the museum under the sea? Who fell silently to his death into the frozen waters? Who erected this godforsaken aerial in the first place? Did this whole island rise to the surface of my stomach, forcing the gulls to take flight?
I like this music that's playing right now. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but it's actually really nice. Okay. Oh, up there, you see him, there's a person. There's some pictures, a car.
I returned home looking for the stolen ash. Half of it fell out of my coat and vanished into the car's upholstery. but the rest I carefully stowed away in a box I kept in a drawer by the side of my bed. It was never intended as a meaningful act, but over the years it became a kind of talisman. I'd sit still, quite still for hours, just holding the diminishing powder in my palm and noting its smoothness. In time, we will all be worn down into granules, washed into the sea and dispersed.
So far, I'm not really getting the story and the point of this game. So if you know what the point of the story is, if you would please comment down below how you see all the symbolism and all that, and how you think it works. Okay. Ooh, there's a photograph. I know this is gonna make it take longer, but. Oh, there's a little picture of it shattered. I just realized something. They're writing symbols. You remember how they were saying that they would scrape out the rocks until they turned white with the chalk after somebody died? I guess they all marked through they marked the car. I guess there was a car accident or something. I probably told us previously and I wasn't paying attention, but okay.
There were chemical diagrams and posters in the waiting room. It seemed appropriate at the time. Still life abstractions of the processes which had already begun to break down your nerves and your muscles in the next room. I crammed diazepam as I once crammed for chemistry examinations. I am revising my options for a long and happy life.
See, I feel like the whole reason that this is boring to most people is because the story doesn't really get straight to the point. Like, whenever you get into like a movie, if they don't go straight into like the action or whatever.
I depicted all the letters I'd ever meant to send to you, if I'd have ever made it to the mainland, but had instead collected at the bottom of my rucksack, and I spread them out along the lost beach. Then I took each and every one, and I folded them into boats. I folded you into the creases, and then, as the sun was setting, I set the fleet to sail. Shattered into 21 pieces, I consigned you to the Atlantic, and I sat here until I'd watched all of you sink.
So, yeah, you can see the paper boats he was talking about. There's eggs. Guess it's probably those birds that's been flying around. Okay. I wonder if I can actually touch the boats and see if they sink. No, I just phased through them. Okay. Oh, there it is. No. That's where I climbed down. But I'm assuming it goes up as well. No, it's not. I did not go down those. I came up that side. Okay. See, I'm going up there. I think I am. At least I think that's what I'm doing. From all the gameplay videos I've seen, this is like 49 minutes to hour or so. So hopefully it doesn't take me longer, because I'm stopping and looking at things. Because I'm assuming that people that did like walkthroughs of this actually looked at stuff, instead of just like, you can't even run in this game. They want you to walk through it slowly and enjoy the surroundings. Can't blame them for that.
They resuscitated him by hitting him in the chest with stones gathered by the roadside. He was lifeless for 21 minutes. Certainly long enough for the oxygen levels in his brain to have decreased and caused hallucinations and delusions of transcendence. I'm running out of painkillers, and the moon has become almost unbearably bright.
Okay. There's the dude. I wonder if it's actually a person or is it going to be like a shadow or a tree or something. I'm thinking it's going to be like a cardboard cutout or something stupid, and it's going to be like a... It's not going to be actually a person. Because I'm not going to say this. This game does look really good, but I don't know if they had the budget to actually make a character model. Assuming because I don't have feet.
Voyage in a paper boat without a bottom. Flight to the moon in it. I've been folded along a crease in time, a weakness in the sheet of life. Now you've settled on the opposite side of the paper to me. I can see your traces in the ink that soaks through the fiber, the pulped vegetation. When we become waterlogged and the cage disintegrates, we will intermingle. When this paper aeroplane leaves the cliff edge and carves parallel vapor trails in the dark, we will come together.
He's gone. He's not there. I don't know if they just did that because they wanted you to think there was someone there, or if there was someone there, he just disappeared or something. I'm assuming I'm going upwards. Because see, he's not there anymore. Oh, I guess this is another way back to there. And he was of his journey. Or some, I don't know, I can't read that because it's not like written good. I'm tired. Okay, so...
Only Donnelly had experienced this. He realized he was his own shoreline, as am I. Just as I am becoming this island, so he became his syphilis, retreating into the burning synapses, the stones, the infection.
Oh, I'm getting tired. But I'm gonna try to finish this before I stop recording things for the day. Because I don't think there is a save button, so I'll have to restart if I stop now. I think this is a bit longer than I thought it was going to be.
To my car after that. Still shaking, and a head split open by the impact. Goodbye to tearful aunts and traumatized uncles. Goodbye to the phenomenal. Goodbye to the tangible. Goodbye Wolverhampton. Goodbye Sanford. Goodbye Cromer. Goodbye Damascus. This cliff path is slippery in the dew. It is hard to climb with such an infection. I must carve out the bad flesh and sling it from the aerial. I must become infused with the very air.
I think we're almost at the end. We're almost at the top of the mountain. We're almost made it. We almost made it to the top of the hill. Well, it's actually a mountain hill. I guess it is a mountain. Don't fall off here. If you fall off here, then that's gonna be awful because then you have to climb all the way back up from up here. So close yet so far. Okay, come on.
He had not drunk with Donnelly or spat Jakobsen back at the sea. He had not careered across the lost shores and terminal beaches of this nascent archipelago. He did not intend his bonnet to be crumpled like a spent tissue by the impact. His windscreen was not star-studded all over like a map of the heavens. His paintwork etched with circuit diagrams, strange fish to call the gulls away. The phosphorescence of the skid marks lighting the M5 all the way from Exeter to Damascus.
Okay, that was something. The moon is beautiful up there. Okay, we're almost there. We might just make it. Okay. Come on, we can do this. I wonder what the ending's gonna be. This is actually exciting to know that I might be able to see the ending of this.
I've run out of places to climb. I will abandon this body and take to the air.
What the actual crap?
Dear Esther, I have burnt my belongings. This death certificate. Mine will be written all across this island. Who was Jakobsen? Who remembers him? Donnelly has written of him, but who was Donnelly? Who remembers him? I have painted, carved, hewn, scored into this space all that I could draw from him. There will be another to these shores to remember me. I will rise from the ocean like an island without bottom, come together like a stone, become an aerial, a beacon that they will not forget you. We have always been drawn here. One day the gulls will return and nest in our bones and our history. I will look to my left and see Esther Donnelly flying beside me. I will look to my right and see Paul Jakobsen flying beside me. They will leave white lines carved into the air to reach the mainland, where help will be sent.
What the actual crap? I legitimately wasn't expecting this to be the ending. Yeah, you're not gonna make it. Oh. What? He became a bird? What? Okay. How did that happen? Yeah, this game has been just really weird, but it's something, alright. Huh. Legitimately don't know what is gonna happen. What's going on exactly? He's flying. Is he gonna go land on a paper boat? Wait a minute, was he a bird the whole time, or what? Somebody explain this game to me in the comment section, please. Okay. that the end? I guess that's the end. Yep. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment down below what you thought about this game, and what, like, really explain this to me. I don't understand this game at all. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.